Alrighty, guys, we are back in the lovely town of Chicago with another FixNlist case study. You can see that this was a all brick Cape Cod, great location in the city. This property was also recently tenant occupied prior to us bringing our crew and our team in. We only had a budget of $16,000. Let's go through what we did. Starting on the front of the house, you might not be able to see it in the pictures, but we did have to paint all of the concrete sills. We did have to do a little bit of work. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen above the AC unit, there was some fascia and soffit around the house that needed to be touched up. As always, cleaned up the landscaping. And let's get into the backyard. Was again the same thing. There was a little bit of tuck pointing that we needed to do on the chimney. Remove the satellite dish, clean up the exterior, make it look nice and presentable. So on the inside, we changed out all of the outlets, the switches, the cover plates, put in some nice LED light fixtures, or I should say can light trims. We did not have to refinish the hardwood floor. We did paint the entire house from top to bottom. Upstairs was again just a cleanup, outlet switches, cover plates, light LED light fixture trims, painted again all the trim, all of the doors, cleaned it up, made it look nice. Here in the kitchen, we were able to save the appliances. We did have to do a little bit of repair on the cabinets. We painted all of the cabinets, and we were able to keep the hardware on there, freshen it up, make it much more inviting and move-in ready. In the basement, it was just a concrete floor, so we went ahead and we added carpet to the stairs and in the basement. This property already had drain tiles, so it was nice, dry, waterproofed, and again, repainted everything. You can see all the can lights were swapped out with LED trims. We also painted the laundry room floor. I don't know if we have a picture in there, but we do not. Let's go back here. So we painted the laundry room floor. We cleaned up the bathroom. There was a full bathroom also in the basement. Now there was, again, I talk a lot about these punch lists, right? There's always a punch list, whether it's a little bit of deferred maintenance or whether it's items that the inspector finds. So we had to tar up some of the nail holes. This is just an example of an item that comes up. I already mentioned we had to do some tuck pointing on the chimney. The chimney actually needed some extensive tuck pointing. And then in the basement, we totally changed out the electrical panel. So the electrical panel was too small. And so we put a new panel in, and we put in a grounding rod, and then we had to trench to the garage so that the wires to the garage were actually in conduit. So we did that as well. And then again, some of the smaller items, right? Like siliconing, any and all penetrations. You can see on the right-hand screen, that's a knockout in one of the junction boxes. We had the air conditioner certified and cleaned. We also had the ductwork cleaned in this property. And so here are the final numbers. The before repair value was $200,000. The repair costs were only $15,000. We were able to sell this property for $230,000, creating an excess of $15,000 to our client. This is the minimum that we like to see, which this is creating minimum 100% in value, meaning if we're going to put $15,000 into it, we at a minimum with these numbers want to be able to sell it for $230,000. And in the city of Chicago, we know our buyer wants a move-in ready property, and so that's what we created. We again paid for all repairs, hired, managed, listed, and sold the property for our seller. He was super excited that he didn't have to go down to this property, even though he was very capable. This was actually an investor that we were working for. He didn't have the time to go down to the property to manage the guy. So this is a perfect example of what our FixNlist program can do for you. Any questions, Steve Budzik with iCandy Realty, call me anytime. We will see you guys on the next case study.